Greetings once again from the corner on the deck. Today's the 4th of July, and I'll tell you what, I'm exhausted. I'm totally exhausted. It's been a rough weekend so far. I imagine it's been the same for many of you. Anyway, what I wanted to do was show everybody a 1934 Sparton Model 67 radio. And this thing here is really a beautiful radio. This thing originally came out of Connecticut, you know, and I'll go ahead and turn it around, let you see what the back of it looks like. But this has really got just a beautiful wood grain, wooden knobs, everything. Just gorgeous. Even the cloth is pretty good. So let's turn it around and look at the back. Well, there's what the inside looks like. It's really in pretty good shape. This radio's been restored along the way. Pretty good job, not the best I've seen. But it looks halfway decent. Like right here, we've got a blackened wire that the guy who did the restoration on this thing, he didn't realize the wire was, you know, frayed. He should have realized that, but he didn't. And apparently it's been touching the tube shield. But the rest of it looks okay. But wait a minute. Let me take another look at this thing. Holy mackerel. I'm the guy that restored this radio. Yeah, I remember this radio. This was the second radio I think I ever restored. And it was back in 2009. Well, looks like I've got some re-restoration to do. I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to do a whole lot. I'm going to pretty much leave it like it is, but I'll tell you what. I've got a loose grid cap on this tube already. See there? Apparently I fixed that. Didn't do a very good job. And I think there's probably quite a few other things that need to be done to include a better alignment. You know, from 2009 to 2014, I've come a long way. And I hope many of you have also, who have been with me along the entire trip. We've come a long way in you know, radio restoration, alignments, things of that nature. So let's see if we can't take what we learned and go ahead and apply it to this radio. See if we can't make it better. I noticed the sensitivity wasn't that good, you know, blah blah blah, you know. It was a mediocre job done by me, but that's the way we all start out. We start out, you know, kind of halfway, try to do our best, and then later on when we get a little better, we realize, oh, that wasn't our best at all. So I'll show you this probably in another video down the line, but it belongs to my daughter, and I told her I'd try to make it a little more sensitive and sound a little bit better and maybe even look a little better. I don't know. We'll see. I've got the radio on its side and the knobs are all off, and I'm getting ready to loosen up the chassis from the cabinet. I thought I'd go over a few of the mistakes that I see now that I should not have made, you know, back in 2009. Number one, these screws here, I should have used brand new screws with larger washers. These are the original screws. I don't like that. They're just regular old screws. You know, I'm going to get some Phillip head screws, put a larger washer in there, and all four of the corners. Also, these legs, they have that metal. They got to go. These legs have got to go. The metal's sticking way out and it'll scratch whatever it sits on. I don't know why I didn't pull them out. It's just a nail down through the center. Anyway, we'll put nice felt legs on there. Let's see if I can get it to focus in here. Yeah, there we go. That metal just sticks way out there. We don't like that. They got to go. These four screws I took out, you know, would probably work. And, you know, I say they're original. I don't know. They were in the radio, I believe, when it came in, and I think they are. But anyway, the ones we're going to put in will have nice flat washers and some lock washers, and they'll look a whole lot better. One other thing I should have probably done on this radio, it's only got 3 strands of wire running up to the speaker. I should have put a three-part connector or a 3-terminal connector in there where I could, you know, just right now I'm going to have to take the entire speaker back out just to get the chassis out so I can look underneath and evaluate what I did under there back in 2009. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is put a 3-terminal connector of some kind on there where I can just unplug it from now on. But there's also some wire that looks a little frayed right there. I have to take care of a few of these things. You've seen me do this stuff 1,000 times. Of course, before we go any further, after we get the chassis and speaker out of the cabinet, we put our piece of cardboard over the top of the cone. That's the first thing we do. Don't fail to do this. Yeah, I'm telling you, you may get by with it once or twice, but eventually you're going to stick your fingers right through the cone. Something interesting about the Model 67 is it has a bottom plate. It comes up on both sides, and it covers the entire bottom of the chassis, which is kind of neat. So let's go ahead and it's held on, by the way, by the 4 screws that come up through the bottom of the cabinet. So it just comes right off now. So let's go ahead and take it off and see how well a job I did years ago. It's really interesting. Here it is, almost 5 years later, and I look at this thing now with a whole different set of eyes. I've gone across every single capacitor connection. I've checked everything, looked how they were soldered, how close they were, each of the solder connections, where I ran the capacitors, were all the capacitors facing outward where I could see the values. Not bad. I got to tell you what, I'm kind of pleased at what I'm looking at here, because I only see one thing that really glares out at me, and that's the way I brought in the power cord right here. This is not good. This is not good. I mean, it's connected right, but this heat shrink should have come up further, and I should have given myself more length here on the wire. I could have coiled it around maybe one more time and connected it to the fuse holder. This one here is okay going over there. I don't like the way I did that one, so I'm going to be redoing that power cord. Other than that, it's the old knot deal. I'm not too crazy about that. I don't like that at all, but maybe I can do something with that. I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, I'm pretty pleased. The band switch contacts are all nice and clean. I'm trying to remember if I wound up hurrying when I did this or not. I don't think I did. I think I really did a good cleaning job, and I took extra care. But anyway, I just wanted you to see what's going on with this radio, and the fact that some radios did come with bottom plates that covered the entire chassis. The Sparton Model 67 was one of them. So, until next time, guys, this is John.